guys, welcome back to Hardcovers and Hot Takes. This week we are going to be discussing our top book boyfriends. Now, just to preface, we cannot put them in a particular order. We can't
Absolutely not.
and we will not. We just won't.
Absolutely not.
I cannot choose just one. So, yeah. Before we do that, I had a book that released recently that I want to talk about, and I think Heavenly does as well. So, the book that I'm going to be talking about is The Defender by Anna Huang. All right, Heavenly, I need you to stay with me, girl. I know you don't like the people books, but
If there's not a wingspan, I don't want it.
The Defender follows Vincent and Brooklyn. Vincent plays for a pro football, so it's soccer because it's not American football. Um, and Brooklyn is the lead nutritionist and also the coach's daughter. So we're getting coach's daughter trope, which I always love.
I hate. I'm sorry.
But Vincent ends up getting a stalker and ends up having to move in with Brooklyn. And that's where their connection really forms. They make a bet on who's going to kiss who first. So that was kind of different. And
I
then,
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but just like people books, I just can't because
I
you're
know,
telling you're telling me that this like straight up just regular football player human says the same things that Zayden says to me, and you don't get the ick because I get the ick, but Zayden gets it.
no, I don't get the ick,
Well,
actually.
I do. Okay, and I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, you can't handle it. But the coach ends up finding out, and there's this whole big thing to overcome. I will say the plot twist on who the stalker is blew my mind. Was not expecting it at all. Um, but I will always buy Anna Huang books. She is an auto-buy author for me. She's the author that got me back into reading. That is my down girl. I love her bad. Always 5 out of 5 stars.
she's on my
Awesome.
TikTok right now, and like she posts like little like like the captions
Yeah.
of like kind of like what's going on in the book, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, and then I'll like read more into it, and then I'm just like, no,
Her
I just
spicy
can't.
scenes, top notch. A1.
Yeah,
I mean, you like the spicy scenes. I've read you some and they were decent for you.
yeah.
I like them, but
Without knowing the context of who the people are, yeah, 100%. But like the second that I know that you're like the star quarterback, I'm out.
you just can't do people books. It's okay. Everybody has a preference.
I'm not a hater though. I listen to your rants all day long about them. Just me personally, won't read it.
Yeah. But then I can give you all the spoiler versions because I know you're not going
Exactly.
to.
So
So,
I don't even really
like,
need to read it because,
yeah.
and then the TV adaptation, I'll watch the TV one with you. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just won't read
I'm
it.
excited. If Netflix
Reading is like my special place in my heart, and like that has no room for quarterbacks.
if Netflix messes up the Twisted TV adaptation, I'm going to be so upset. So upset.
I feel like especially with, for example, like Quicksilver, Akatar, and like other series that's like that. It's one of those things where like I would love it if it's perfect, but in no world is it ever going to be perfect. So I
Yeah,
just kind of
no,
wish they wouldn't even
absolutely
try.
not. Yeah, no. I know I'm
Um,
scared to watch all of the TV adaptations that are coming out.
yeah.
I would rather
Okay.
just stick with the
So
images in my brain.
So I had two books come out this past week, but I wanted to do rereads for both of them, but I was really busy, so I only got to do one series this week. So ne this week I like literally I already restarted my reread last night. So Gods and Monsters series, which yes, for you, you know that is the Book of Azrael.
Hmm.
That is the one that I'm starting my reread this week because the newest book came out and I need to hurry up. So I stopped seeing little itty bitty clips on TikTok because I cannot have any spoilers. I will crash out. Uh, but believe it or not, Azrael is not the male main character's name. So
Interesting.
so the main male character is on my book boyfriend list, and that's not his name. So when I say it, don't be like, huh? It's
Okay,
not no side character. I'm not you.
you got it. I am a side character girl. Through
You
and
are. You are 100%.
100.
So the series that I read is by Marianne Blackwood, and it's the Flame and Thorn series. Book 4 just came out. Book 5 comes out in February, so I don't have to wait too long.
That's
Um,
nice.
so I'll give a little bit of context, and then I feel like I don't want to spoil a lot for you because you're gonna like we've already talked about you're gonna read
Yeah, I
the
plan
series.
on reading it.
So pretty much the gist of the overall plot is we have the Seelie Fae, Unseelie Fae, and then we have the Dragon Shifters. There's different clans and the Dragon Shifters, like literally like the purple dragons are called the Purple Dragon Clan, and like like with the other ones and
Okay,
stuff like
yeah.
that. But like the rulers of them are the Ice Hearts, and they're the only two dragons that where like when they shoot fire, their fire is ice and it can freeze you over, and then like you can just like crash into pieces. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, the Seelie Fae and the humans live under the Ice Heart's control. Then no one knows what happened to the Unseelie Fae, but they hate the Ice Hearts and Dragon Shifters in general all hate Seelie Fae because they used to ride dragon riders, but they would control them with dragon steel, which makes them have to do like anything that they command. So there's like a war tension, there's a revolution, like all or a rebellion and like all this stuff. And every 120 years, an atonement trial happens where anyone can sign up to win. But it's pretty much like you either lose a trial, you die, or you get injured. And the top 3 people at the end of the trials get to leave the court and can go and be free, right? You learn a lot about all of that. There's great world building. I will say the FMC, I really do like the interesting take on her power. She is an emotion wielder, and they call her a soul eater because that's what everyone fears. Everyone thinks that like I could just look at you and I could make you mad right now out of nowhere and like just
Right.
create that emotion. And the author does a really good job of describing how her power works, and it makes it very understandable for you, where she describes it as like there's like a flame, right, in
Right.
my chest, like let's say joy right now. And she wants me, or actually no, let's say like sorrow because I just lost someone. And this flame in my chest is so big that it's like overpowering. So
Right.
she can decrease it to make it bearable, or she can increase it to like an inferno,
Interesting.
and she can do it with any emotion. So I thought that was really unique for me because I feel like in a lot of other books, like we have earth, fire, water, air,
Right.
shadows. I thought this was a very unique take on an ability, and I think it also does a really good job of like this whole book, this whole series. She's overcoming this thing of like all of her companions, her little friend group that she has, the main MMC and everything. They all have these very visible
Right.
direct abilities that are great in battle and defense and attack.
Right.
Whereas in hers, a lot of people overview it and don't think that it's attack or defense and just think that it's just, like a side secondary, like pretty much like below them power. And
Right.
throughout this entire series, she is learning things about her power and gaining more confidence and more ability. And one thing I will say is that the main MMC, his name is Draven. He is the commander for the Black Dragon Legion, and like the pretty much like think like each one has its like ruler who they were picked by the gods because when the previous ruler died, they inherited all this power. And so whoever gets that like power, that's who leads them now. So he's the leader of that, but then he's also the general for the Ice Hearts because the Ice Hearts made every clan swear allegiance to them. So
Interesting.
so he's the commander of that. They call him like the Shadow of Death and everything like that. Like his powers are crazy ridiculous. But I will say the entire time, he always, always is uplifting her and he like never doubts her. Like even when they're like having to fight
I
in
love
certain
that.
situations. Yeah, like he very much so has always been like, use your power. Like
Right.
you are so powerful, use it. So I will say they do a very unique take on the world building, the powers, and the plot. And the easiest way for me to describe this for you to be hooked. Think if Rhysand and Feyre met under the mountain for the first time. That was their meeting. Okay. And their love story started under the mountain during those trials. So
Interesting.
then The whole first book is all these trials. You have a big like plot twist at the end. Second book is the aftermath of those trials.
Right.
Third book is more trials. Fourth book is we're back to war. So one thing I will say too is very much giving Hybern in terms of that when they had this, remember when like, okay, so recently they had the plan to go and, like break the cauldron. So they go in and they have
Yeah.
all these steps in plan and they think they're one step ahead. But the Hybern King was always 10 steps ahead. And it just was like constantly, like it got to the point where like I was so mad. I literally was like, just kill him. And I felt like I was back in that here because the Ice Hearts, not only are they like ruthless and vicious, they are so intelligent. They are always 10 steps ahead of everyone, which makes them so hard to bring down. So, to give you a little bit more context, and I feel like this will hook you, they meet, the FMC and the MMC meet in the very beginning of the book before the trials take place because she's a part of the rebellion and she was the lookout and they see the dragon shifters coming. So she, is setting the alarm off and is like, hey, they're coming. And she has to buy them time, has to stall them. And then he comes in and he's like, what's going on? So she pretends to be all drunk, da 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 da. They still needed more time. So she throws her drink in his face and then disappears, like runs and disappears. And then the next time they see each other is at the trials. And they like make eye contact. And it was just like this like dark look. Like he was like, coming for you. And he tries to sabotage her at every opportunity. There's spice. It's good. Um, there's forced proximity. There's how do I even say this? It's why do I like you? Why do I like you attraction?
Why do I like you?
Yeah, like why do I like you? I'm not supposed to like you. The only thing I will say that and it fed into the book. It was part of the reason that I kept reading because I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, stop, stop, stop. The only thing I will say that pissed me off the entire series was
Mm,
that, how do I say this? It was like, okay, so she's the type of person who will burn the world for anyone and their mission and their
mm,
goal, but no one else will do that for her. So she will always do things for people when those people don't even care about her. And
right.
so there were moments where she like, and because she's an emotion wielder, she didn't have a good childhood. She has no friends, like nothing like that, because everyone like felt like they never could trust themselves around her because, oh,
Right.
like, are you, my emotions, like da 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 da. So, which I do understand, but at the same time, get
Right.
over it. Like, I don't know. And so I feel like when I was writing notes in my Kindle, she would like say comments where it would be like, part of me wants to just not care what these people think. I want to just do this. I want to be able to speak freely, do this, do that, but I just care too much. And then I'd literally be like, then stop fucking caring. Like, like stop. Now I will say,
Don't
book
give in.
one, book one and book four, two different girlies. Book one, I was commenting left and right, being like, oh my God, stop caring. Who cares? They don't care about you. Book four, she's in her villain era.
Period. Okay.
Yeah, I loved it. Like,
Okay.
love. Like there was this one comment and I have it highlighted. And she literally says, old me before the trials would have cared, would have done this. I couldn't fucking care anymore. And I was just like, do
Period.
your thing, do your thing.
Love to see it. We love to see it.
So I absolutely loved it. It is such a unique read. I was hooked in from the very beginning. Um, I will say there's a found family, and to give you a little bit more intriguement, but without spoilers, in book three, someone in their group loses their memories. So book four is trying to get their memories back.
Hmm.
And then in book four, someone else loses their memories. So now I'm like, and this is supposed to be the last book. So I'm literally like, oh my God, there's no way, like we can't do this again. It took so long for them to figure out the other person, and this is a whole other way that they lost their memory. So like, how are we gonna,
Right.
And so it's it's
It's
it's it's
stressful.
giving no, it's giving like Cass and Poppy in this new book where we didn't know what was gonna happen and who was gonna be what and if we were gonna be okay, if they were gonna be okay. Yeah.
It's a
But
mind.
at least I only have to wait till February.
Yeah, that's not that long. That's like
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months. So,
Yeah. I mean, I want it now.
right. So yeah, now we're gonna do our top book boyfriends. I have two sections. Okay, I
Mm.
have one for fantasy and one for romance. Because there are some romance men where I'm like, yeah, you're the one. Okay. So
I have a list of like 15 because I
we
was
had
at
to
like
cut her
40.
list down.
Yeah, I was at like 40
Yeah.
and
I mean, it's acceptable, but we'd be here to next Sunday talking about that. So
probably till next year because
there's too many.
there's too many.
But again, these are in no particular order because I
None.
refuse to choose a top. It changes every day. And depending on
It changes
what
every
I'm
5 minutes. It changes every time I see a new TikTok,
yeah, literally.
a new quote. Every time I think about a series again.
Literally, there's no choosing a number one. Okay. So I'm going to start with fantasy. So I have Caden Vales from Fear the Flames. Obvious choice. We've talked about him on the pod.
Yep.
Love him. Zayden Ryerson from Fourth Wing. Obvious. Love him. Rhysand from Akatar. Also obvious. Love him. Kingfisher from
Yeah.
Quicksilver. We've also talked about him on the pod. Love him. Azriel from Akatar. My man right there. Be careful how you talk about my high lady, okay?
Hey.
We've said this before, but I am a side character through and through. I
You
love
are.
my side characters, and I am so excited for Akatar Book 6. If Azriel and Elaine don't end up together, I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay, controversial take. Controversial take because a lot of people don't agree with you. I agree with you because I want, but here's the thing, here's the thing. Okay, I want Az and Elaine. Okay.
Okay?
I want Lucian and is it Vasa? Vesa? The bird princess queen.
The short one?
Yeah, remember his little
Oh, no, no,
found
no, I know
like
who you're talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
No,
I think them
that would
like
be.
because he deserves love too.
Yes, he does, but I could
He
care
does.
less. I want Az and Elaine to be together, and if it doesn't happen, I'm throwing the books out the window. Period. And you know what? This podcast is called Hardcovers and Hot Takes for a reason. So,
It is.
next I have Kieran and Cass.
Obvious.
Obvious. We had a whole episode about Blood and Ash.
Yeah.
You
They're
can,
also like not able to be separated. Like I feel
yeah,
like they
they
are
go one
one.
and one.
They are one.
They are one. And then next I have Nick Dose from Flesh and Fire, which obvious choice. I'm in love with him. I'm obsessed. Love. For my romance list, I have Reese Larson from Twisted Games. If you've read that book, that's the man right there. He's the man, okay? He's the man. He conquered 100-year-old rule in like the kingdom to be able to marry Bridget. And
Oh, okay.
I just gotta say,
It's giving Fear of the Flames.
yeah, yeah, kind of, except humans.
Yeah.
So, next I have Lucas from Deep End. Now, this book, there's like so many mixed reviews because people are like, it's too much spicy or it's not spicy enough. I
You were definitely, it was not spicy.
it could have been spicier for me. It was great. 100% it was great. I love him. I love the story. I loved the spice. I
Mhm.
don't see the issue with it because I read it and people were like, "Oh, it's too spicy." And I was like, "Girl,
To be honest, I don't think that's a thing.
no, it's not. It's not."
I don't think that's a thing.
There are like things in this book where it's like things that some other people like wouldn't be into, but like I don't know. It's just you can't it's not too much for me. I thought it was perfect. It was great. It could have been spicier for me, but like none of those things are triggers for me. So like I guess
Yeah.
it's just me. But next I have Kai Rhodes from Caught Up. Now,
That's an interesting name.
okay. Single dad, nanny. Love that trope. I love it so much. so good, and Kai Rhodes is like one of the top men, okay? I will never get over it. Next, I have Jackson Riley and Garrett Anderson from the Playing with Keeps series by Becca Mack. She just released Breathe With Me, which is the final book, and I'll be reviewing that in next week's video.
Mm.
But the one thing that stood out to me, like from Jackson Riley's book, is that he is dating a like African American woman who has naturally curly hair, and he shampoos her hair, conditions it, does her entire curl routine, and diffuses it, and knows how to wrap it up. And as a curly haired girl, that's that's dedication right there.
Okay.
Dedication. You know how long it takes to get curly hair to look good? I mean, yeah,
I don't even want to talk about it.
that's dedication right there. Okay, clock.
Yeah. That's a man.
That
That's a man.
literally. He's also an unhinged cat dad, which I love.
I can see why, yeah, I can see why that's your appeal. Me
Yeah,
personally, I'm good still, but
his gran like knits sweaters and like makes him for his cat too, and his
okay, that's cute
is
though.
like
That's cute.
his cat's like famous on social media. Yeah, it's great. I love
That's cute.
I love it. Um, Garrett Anderson from Play With Me in that series, that man just know how to. He just,
I mean, it is called Play With Me. Let me play with the root. Oh.
I mean, you're not wrong. That man has got it down. I love that book.
Okay.
I will say Becca Mack writes really, really good spicy scenes. Like some authors are like,
I think you read
like
me a
basic
couple
level,
little
but
snippets from that, and even I was like, oh,
yeah. So I think that like, I don't know, most authors are like basic level, a little bit above that, but like Anna Huang, Becca Mack, Elsie Silver, they got their spicy scenes down. I love them. I love it. I love it. But yeah, that's my list. I'll never get over it, and I'll never choose a number one. So
okay, mine is long.
it's like, I don't know, 14, right?
Yeah, it was like 40 though.
Yeah.
So, and not
Okay.
because I'm easy to please in every book I read. It's that I read so many books. And I also, just like you, have kind of like, not a theme, but I feel like in every book, there's two characters that I like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's usually like, there's always like that found family or like the best friend or, you know what I'm saying? So like, for example, like in ACOTAR, I could have wrote Reese, Cass, and Az, but I was like trying to take people off the list, so I only wrote Reese. But
Yeah.
Az is in there. Cass is in there. Come on now. So we have Rhysand. We have Castiel, and we have Nick, obviously.
Obvious choices.
We have Thorn from Wrath and Ruin,
Oh,
and also, spoiler, the new Blood and Ash book.
right. Love.
I will say, I was not expecting to. So, like, when I started that book,
Mm,
and like I said in our other episode, I didn't know that they were connected. And I just like her writing. So I was like, ooh, new series. I was
right.
roped in. Literally, first chapters in, I mean, they're showering because he feeds off of pleasure. And I'm just like, me too. Like
We have a whole breakdown vid of From Blood and Ash with
yeah. And
bonus books. So
this man, since he does feed off pleasure, is a let me please you.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, anytime. Anytime.
anytime.
Okay, so then I have Caden from Fear the Dragons and Wrath. Obviously, we've talked
Right.
about him too. Okay, so I have Zayden. Obviously, I mean, look at the man.
Look at the
Literally.
man. Look at the man.
We got Kingfisher. Look at that man too. Something I will say that I do like about Zayden though,
Mm,
from a girly who is with someone who is African American. I do like that he is actually described
yeah.
as, with like a tan, darker complexion. As same thing for Rhysand too, because he is described like he's not described as like mixed or African American, but he is supposed to be like more. The only way I can describe it is I'm gonna say like more European.
Like olive skin tone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I don't know. I do like that Zayden is described that way because me personally, I have a type.
No,
I have a type.
we know.
So, I do like that, and I do wish that that was a thing more.
Yeah.
Um,
They better do right by him in the TV show.
I I can't have him be whitewashed.
No, they cannot whitewash him.
So
It
I
won't
will say
be
that.
it won't be right.
And I think that's also why I like Kieran. So I don't know, but I do like that. Same thing with Cass. Cass is supposed to be, that like tan olivey color.
Yeah.
But I wish that there were actually more of these books where we had darker complexions.
Yeah.
And I do like that there's,
Diversity.
I was gonna say, I will say Fourth Wing does have a lot of diversity.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I do like
That
that and
is very
appreciate that.
much like Rebecca Yarris's brand though. So like
Yeah. So I do like that a lot. So hot take. Um, okay, so the rest of these you don't know yet because they're on your TBR that I have given you. So first we have Hunt from Crescent City. To draw you into Crescent City, it is all of the Fae and the mates and the bonds and the powers and the war and the battles and all of that we like, but modern day.
I,
Homegirl, the main FMC, Bryce, is a thick, curvy queen who literally goes to the club, does drugs, and drinks shots and wakes up hungover the next day.
I'm really excited to read Crescent City. I saw this like
Yeah.
slide picture thing on TikTok and it was like Throne of Glass and it was like a bunch of pictures and it was like delicate and blonde and
Yeah.
pretty. And then it went to like the next one, it was Crescent City and it was like club,
Clubs and
reds,
drugs and guns.
neon lights.
Yeah.
And I was like,
No, like
that's
like
my thing.
literally.
That's my
And I
vibe.
see these comments that all the time that's like never let Cass into Crescent City because if he got guns. And
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, no, that's so valid. So and like so there and there's like college volleyball teams. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still like king and queen, a
right,
hierarchy of power and stuff like
right.
that, but it is modern day. And I do
I
like
like
that. I
that.
felt like it
I
was a
like that.
hot, fresh take. It was interesting. It's unique. Like one scene that always cracks me up is that she's supposed to be like digging into this thing, right? And the guy who's like helping her is like, so you spent all day getting your nails done when you could have been this. And then she literally is like this, like looking at her nails and just starts spitting off all the information that she got from the hot gossip that was at the nail shop, that she knew the person that they were looking into's like wife or someone went to that nail salon. And it was such the biggest just like moment
I love
ever. And I just like, I was
that.
like, pop off,
I'm
queen.
excited. I'm excited to read Crescent City.
Yes. I also do like the take that she's also not standard typical twig
Right. Yeah.
girly either. She's got
Yeah.
some thick thighs to her.
Yeah.
I love it. Thunder
Especially
Thigh
as
Queen.
girls with the thick eyes.
Yeah, Thunder Thigh Queens. So,
Right?
okay. And then we have Slade from the Plated Prisoner series.
You won't shut up about it.
It's bad. This man. Okay, he will always be in my top five. Always. Okay. I don't even have a top five, but he'll always be in my top five.
I don't even have
Okay, when I tell you,
a
I did not think I was going to get through the first book. It is a very hard book to get through.
Mhm.
Not because it's
That's why I'm
lacking,
scared to read it.
not because it's lacking anything, but just because of the situation that she's in, the topics that are
Right.
talked about, and just the way that she's even treated and like the other people are treated. It is very hard to get through, but at the same time, you're like sitting here and this side of you, this little angel on your shoulder or demon is like, screw it, don't read it. And then this one's like, but what? But what?
Yeah.
So I kept being intrigued the whole time, and I'm so glad I did because I literally told myself, I was like, okay, I need to know what happens. I need to see this through. I need to see if
Right.
this gets better. There's no way that there's six books and this is it. Um, I was literally obsessed by book two, hooked, absolutely hooked. Um, the world building is very like the magic is unique. The storyline is unique. The plot, literally the only critique I have, this whole series is a 6 star for me. The only critique I have is that the main bad character should have died a much more slow and painful death. That is the only critique I have. I wish it was dragged out for him more.
Okay.
But her self-image journey, self-worth journey,
Right.
absolutely amazing. And I will say she thinks that she loves her captor in the first book and thinks that this is love, and then has to
Yeah.
learn that this is control and not love. And I will say that for people who have gone through things like that, certain experiences that she's gone through, like they're just like I sat there and like read some of these things and I was just like I was so proud of her. So proud of her from like how far she's come, the things that she said. And I feel like that there are lots of books where like characters have, like they always overgo this like journey of this and that. But this is the first book that I literally sat there and I was just like, I am so proud of her. I am so proud. Like that is all I had to say, you know. But that man is a man. Okay, next we have Darius Acrux from the Zodiac Academy.
He's from Zodiac. I hear a lot about him.
This man will always be one in my top 5, and he will always be in my running for my number 1 spot. This is one of the most well written, I'm talking true enemies to
Mm.
lovers. Okay, Blood and Ash. Yes, enemies to lovers, but not really. Like, yes, but no. I'm talking like this series, like there were moments when I literally had to put the book down because I was so pissed off. Like they literally try to kill each other. Like
I love
not
that.
try, like almost die. Like
That though.
and I'm talking like humiliate each other to the point where like you're embarrassed. Like you ever like watch a movie?
Secondhand embarrassment. Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever like watched a movie where you're like embarrassed about something that's like
Yeah.
going on? Like
Right.
and okay, something that's not talked about enough. So in this world and at the school, they have Facebook. It's literally fucking Facebook. And it's like a big thing in here. And like people like literally like tweet and comment and like I'm talking like hashtag I'll be your unicorn and like stuff like that. Like it's so funny. And
I got
it's
that.
such a side thing, but it makes the entire thing.
Right.
And so then not only are they like torturing each other on that, they are slandering each other on the internet. On the internet. Um, and so it is one of the most well-written, true enemies to lovers. I'm telling you, there are moments early into the series, because it's a big series, right?
Yeah.
Where
It's
there is
intimidating.
it is, but it is so worth it.
Yeah.
It is so worth it. So there is this moment that breaks your heart. Like it was one of those things where I was screaming at homegirl and was just like, no, what are you doing? But at the same time, I'm like, nah, I'd have done the same thing. Like I'd have done the exact same thing. But also, what are you doing? And then like, um, and then for people who have read that series, they're gonna know exactly what scene and what book I'm talking about. I'm on a plane. I have like an hour flight to Ohio. And I have like, I don't know, like 50, maybe 100, but definitely less pages, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish this so that way when we get there, we were going right to the breweries, I was trying to just get this book done.
Right.
I'm like, oh, maybe once in my life, it'll be fine. Like I'm at kind of like a weird point where it's gonna go one way or the other. We're just gonna pray that it goes good. I'm sitting in between two people. It is broad daylight outside. Like 4 characters die, one main character, 2 big side main characters die. And it is the most heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, heart-stabbing. I was sobbing and I'm just like sitting here on this plane, just like, because I'm like trying not to cry in like broad daylight with all these people around me. And I literally had to go to the bathroom to cry because I could not process this. And like, you don't understand. And like, the one thing I will say that I think that the reason why I love this series so much is
Mhm.
because at one point you have like 8 to 10 main characters and you get all of their point of views. And it sounds intimidating, but it makes the story better because you have now like while one thing is happening, you have all of these different point of views, so you have the full understanding of what's going on.
Right.
But then also, you're gonna be like, why are you doing this if you both want the same thing? Because why are we saying this and why are you doing that? And it feeds into the obsession of it. And when I tell you this was the most heartbreaking scene ever, because first we have the POV of the person who dies, of the other people who die, of the person's loved one now finding out they're dead, and then finding out the other people that died. Then the rest of the group comes and they have to tell the group. And then we have all the POVs of the, it was literally like 10 heartbreaks.
Yeah. You should have known that any last 100 pages of any fantasy book are probably going to.
But you know what's crazy is that the book before, I'd have been fine. Like, yeah, it ends on some crazy stuff, but like
That.
it's not that, bro. This was so bad. I got off the plane and literally was like, and I was with and I was going to visit I was going to visit Emily, and she literally was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No,
No.
like I need therapy. I need drinks. Like we need to go now." Like,
I
it
need
was so
something.
bad,
I need
but
something.
it was definitely something where like I will reread that series anytime anyone ever wants to. I absolutely loved it. It's
Right.
something too where I feel like every time I read it, I could find something new. The only thing, and this is what I think you are gonna like about Zodiac though, is there's two tropes: enemies to lovers, enemies to lovers slash teacher student. I
Okay.
I don't hate this one. And the spikes is there.
Okay.
It is good, but the trope itself I'm not about, if that makes sense. I'm about the characters,
Yeah.
but I'm not about the trope. Like there's a scene where it's like, is that how you talk to your teacher? No, sir. Spank with the ruler. Like, yeah, that part, that one did me. And I was just like, yeah, bring back my man. So, but I still really like them,
Right.
but I just can't do that. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
wanna I wanna read it so bad. It's just so intriguing.
don't
Like
worry.
it's so.
I have your reading list planned out. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, next I have Draven from Flames and Thorns, the series I literally just read and talking to you about. Pretty obvious. The man's got wings. Oh, that's another reason why it reminds me of Akatar, because during the she be she be caressing the wing. So yeah. Um
I do like that micro trope.
okay, so then Gods and Monsters, Book of Azrael. Sam Keel is the main MMC. Well, yes and no. Main MMC. A man. Talk about she first of all, obviously we love badass FMCs. Homegirl is the definition of morally gray.
Okay, I can get down with that.
She's a demon. He's a god. We'll just start there.
I can get down with
Um, she is ruthless. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. That she's my girl. Um, and I just love it. And so she will burn the world for him, but he'll just destroy the entire universe for her. And he doesn't care. And I'm all about it.
that. Okay.
So, all about it. Then we have two more. So this next one is Rain from Crowns of Nixia. I think I said that. I might have said it wrong. It's the Serpent and the Wings book.
Okay. Yes, I've heard of that. Yeah.
So first two books in the series are about these two characters. Second two are about best friends,
Ooh, I like that. I like
but not their best friends, only their one friend.
Okay.
And then the other character gets introduced.
Okay.
First of all, this man too, he's in there, but again, I was trying not to choose too many, and I don't even want to spoil
Right.
his name. Um, Again, it's very much in our theme of trials, except for it has vampires, so
Ooh,
I do
okay.
like that. Yeah, it's vampires, trials, plot twist, forced proximity. Why do I like you? I shouldn't like you. Um, would burn the world down.
Right.
Absolutely amazing.
Of all of those things.
I was obsessed. I literally one day was just scrolling on my Kindle and Kindle app on the phone because I just got the Kindle. When I was like ACL'd up in bed and was like, cover looks cool. And then I just started reading it and I loved it. Was obsessed. I finished all 3 books in I want to say literally like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, you
And
read
then I've been waiting. And
that
the
time.
newest one did come out recently, but it came out when we were like mid reread of Blood and Ash.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do a full reread now that like all of them are out.
Right.
Except for I think maybe there might be one more. I'm not 100% sure. But I was like, no, like we have this, and then we've had this, and then we have Quicksilver, and then we
Yeah,
have
there's
this and
so
that. So
many.
there were just too many books, and like starting in like December, January, we don't have any that are coming out.
Yeah.
Well, late December, January. So that'll be kind of like times when we do those rereads.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, I think. Yeah,
I
last one.
think.
Okay, Luther from the Kindred's Curse book by Penn Cole. That's remember the app where I bought the big
Yes. Yeah, you got a whole stack of
flame
books.
red books?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I went to Barnes and Noble for my anniversary and Tyler gave me like $100, I got the first book of
Right.
5 different series. That's how I found Fear of the Flames, and then I got that
Right.
one. I have heard so much about it, but the first book is this big. The second book is this big. The
Yeah,
third
the
book
book
is this
was
big.
huge.
And so I was like, oh. And then I kept hearing people talk about it, and I was like, okay, well, it's got to be good if the books are getting bigger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a stack, like this big, dude. It's huge.
So one thing I will say is that this is a slow burn, painfully slow, like painfully. But I loved it. I loved every moment of it. There were lots of plot twists. There
Mhm.
was very unique character, I don't want to say development, but involvement.
Mhm.
Um, there is a Dane, and I hate using that reference, but there is a Dane.
Dane's got a
And
redemption arc coming.
there are moments where she's like, I feel so attracted to Luther, like all this stuff, right? And then she'd be like, but Dane. And I'd be like, screw him! Like, oh, like he's not the one.
You're not the one. You're not the one.
No, I was like so mad. And like something happens to her, which heightens her status. And then all of a sudden, he is roping himself into her status and using her because she's part of a rebellion or a resistance,
Mhm.
very on theme. Her mom is missing, and that's like the whole reason that all this starts. Her mom is missing, and it just is it's a literally it's just a domino effect of all this stuff that's happening because her mom is missing now. And throughout this entire time, like this dude just it didn't do it. There's a spicy scene with them like early into the book, and this whole time I'm just
Oh,
like, okay, and like homeboy like does not love you. He loves the idea of you, and you guys have been friends for too long that he thinks that like
right.
it means love, but like it's not because he
Giving
wouldn't burn the world down for you.
Brev.
Huh?
Giving Brev.
It's very much Brev on steroids.
I don't like that.
And then like there's this moment where he like she has a title now, and then he automatically assumes that he has the other title. And I'm
No.
just like,
Sorry.
and now throughout this entire time, Luther over here is like, I mean, if that's what you want, if that's what's gonna make you happy, I'll sit here because I'm Faye, so I can wait this mortal's lifetime. And when he dies, I'll wait if that's how long it takes for me to wait because you will be mine. And I'm like,
Okay. Okay.
I will say though that there was a big plot twist, major moment of like, and I'm so waiting on this next book. I devoured those books.
It's not
Absolutely devoured
over.
them.
It's not completed.
No, I think it's just going to be one more book, but it ends on a big one. But it's one of those again where like it's worth it. Like you have to read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to go through your emotional damage
That's
with
okay.
me.
That's okay. I signed
So,
up for this.
I could have kept going. I also wanted to
Yeah.
throw in ones that a lot of people knew to trust my judgment, but I
Well,
definitely want to do like an overall one time. Like I think maybe in an episode, like I just like rapid fire.
rapid fire list them all.
Yeah.
More of
But
the story, fictional men are where it's at, especially
yeah.
ones with wings and shadows. That's my personal favorite. Yeah.
Um, all right, guys. So that was it for this week. Next week, we each have more book reviews of new books that came out, and then another topic and hot take for us to kind of go over. And then after that, we have Brimstone. So
Yay,
again,
so
kind of just
excited.
we are reading in between, but we are waiting for that one. So, and during
That
that day,
is
we're gonna actually be updating our stories a lot on the socials because we're both running to Barnes and Noble and all this stuff. So, definitely stay tuned, and I guess we'll see you next time.
see you guys next Saturday.